As soon as the cars stop driving by. I'm Cody's Story. We are in a undisclosed location outside of Salmon, Idaho. We're here today to collect some spring water. It comes right out of the mountain behind me, and it comes out in not just two ways, but actually three different ways. One of which, if you look down here, the water flows out of this crack, but because it's so low, meaning animals can get access to it, I don't want to drink that water. There's also, as you can see, a pipe coming out of the rock, lots of good water pressure, but when I fill up my glass carboids, the challenge with that is you have to run it so long till the water runs clean, because the rust in that old ass pipe will show up in your water and it'll have a little bit of a pink tint. So I think that means the iron content is a bit much for long-term drinking use. Underneath this awesome red Macy's bag we have, I'm not going to blast it, but there is a water fountain. As you read the sign here, it says only water dispensed from the hydrants is tested for drinking. I don't actually want to drink out of either of the hydrants because of the story I just told you about the rust. So what I do is I access a crack in the rock above the crack below. So I made this handy dandy funnel system which goes into a copper pipe, no rust. This is just electrical tape, and this is an old piece of plastic that I found, and that's what it looks like. And this is what I use to capture the water, and then it comes out of the rock, and you'll see in a second how that works. But come on down here, and up above is another crack in this rock, and this is where I get my water through my pipe. So there's usually moss up there, so I want to clean that moss out just so I don't get moss coming down. Because this is what it will look like in the water. I don't need that sitting in my carboids, and I don't need to eat it or drink it. So I'll just kind of scrape that off a little bit. And it is freezing ass cold. Like, this is as cold as you can get water before it's freezing. So it's pretty chilly. All right. Gotta have some tape. This is just, I don't know what they call it. I think. Now, this is the end of the season, so the groundwater is lower than, say, after runoff. When it's runoff, I mean, this water just comes shooting out of the rock, but this is the end of the summer, so we have a little less groundwater, so that's just less pressure. Oh, lost a piece of tape. Now basically just move it around until I like the pressure. And jimmy rig the copper pipe so we don't have any rust. And if you like drinking water that's not full of pharmaceuticals, chlorine, car going by, chloramine, hormones, other chemicals that they can't take out of recycled water meaning sewage, so all the stuff they can't take out of people's feces, that's what's in your water if you're not drinking spring water, pretty much. Now, because this water is raw, it's not put through, say, I think people do like UV light or some stuff like that. Because it's not, that means, well, if you store this water and it gets warm, or it's in direct light, it will eventually grow algae. So you want to store your water in a dark, cool place if it's raw. If it has not been filtered or blasted with any kinds of lights, pasteurized, whatever you want to call it. So just a little quick side note on that if you're new to the whole spring water harvesting experience. These bottles are BPA free and they're also tinted, which makes sure that you're not going to have algae growing in your water quickly. Go find a spring nearby and save your life, and feel good when you drink water as raw and as live as it can get.